Most annoying fan base in college football. Is it you? Always appreciate you stopping by here at the Voice of College Football for the best in discussion, debate, and analysis. We hear this one on a regular basis on social media. They're annoying. They are the most annoying. They get on my nerves. They're frustrating. They're delusional. That seems to be the buzzword of the day concerning college football fans. They are delusional. I will give you my thoughts in just a second. Please like the video, subscribe here at the Voice of College Football. But first, we go to the folks at sportshandle.com who conducted an exclusive survey of over 2,000 American college football fans, revealing which fan bases are considered the most annoying. In addition, fans were able to share their thoughts on the current state of college football and their predictions for the 2024 Heisman Trophy winner. And according to this survey, Alabama is by far the most annoying fan base at 22% response, followed by Ohio State, followed by Michigan. We also have Notre Dame and Texas in the top 5. Going a little bit more in depth, the survey reveals that 52% of Michigan fans, those surveyed, believe Ohio State is the most annoying fan base. 42% of Ohio State fans consider Michigan supporters the most annoying. Auburn, Oklahoma, and Colorado fans are seen as the least annoying, with only 2% labeling them as such. There was also a survey question targeting Heisman Trophy candidacy. Carson Beck is the top pick for the 2024 Heisman Trophy, backed by 15% of college football fans who were asked. 20% of Midwest fans believe Will Howard of Ohio State is the best chance to win the Heisman. In the South, Carson Beck favored by 19%, but that's only 2% ahead of Jalen Milroe. The total survey favors Beck over Milroe, followed by Quinn Ewers. So the top 3 candidates, according to these 2,000 college football fans, all come from the SEC, followed by Will Howard of Ohio State, Travis Hunter, Colorado, Riley Leonard, Notre Dame's new quarterback, Dylan Gabriel, Oregon's new quarterback, Shedeur Sanders of Colorado, Cam Ward, Miami's fresh new quarterback, and Garrett Nussmeier, who has taken over for the previous Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels at LSU. Once again, those numbers provided by sportshandle.com. They surveyed over 2,000 college football fans. Now, my take. Let's start with this premise. I believe it to be accurate. Everyone is biased. Everyone. Not just all college football fans. Everyone walking on the planet is biased. We are flesh and blood. We are not computers that simply intake information and spit out a logical, accurate, reasonable response. We're flesh and blood. So let's start there. So everyone has a preference. Bias simply means that you've got some type of lean, some type of preference, some type of outcome that you would like to see based on your background, experience, culture. Your experiences produce how you look at the world. It's bias. It's fine. It's okay. Just admit it. For example, we had a live stream last year in which we talked about the 1997 national championship debate between Nebraska and Michigan. What do you think happened? Every Michigan fan who called and commented in the chat, hundreds and hundreds of Michigan fans all said that Michigan was the better team, would have won a matchup, was the only team that deserved a national championship, and there was no debating that. Every Nebraska fan who responded, they said that Nebraska was the one true national champion of 1997, and then if the two teams faced each other, that Nebraska would assuredly have won the game. There was not one Michigan fan who gave any credit to Nebraska that they could possibly have won that matchup or deserved a share of the national championship, or vice versa. When in fact, the most logical, reasonable approach to that conversation and the outcome is that 1997 Nebraska went undefeated. They had certainly pros and cons on their side. They went undefeated against a like schedule versus Michigan's schedule. The schedules were very comparable. The outcomes very comparable. Both teams went 12-0 in a major conference. Who should be the national champion? They both should be the national champion. And do you know what the prediction should be on a hypothetical game between the two? We can have an opinion, absolutely have an opinion, but to guarantee a result is completely ridiculous and moronic. We don't know what would have happened. That's the most accurate response. All right, getting back to bias. Everyone has bias. Now, many of us try to filter that out as best we can. We rid ourselves of the emotion as much as possible. Look at the information, look at the context, look at the facts, look at the stats, and then come to a conclusion. So you've got those fans that do their best to eliminate or put to the side the bias. And then you've got, on the other end of the spectrum, the completely delusional fans that are just off the rails. I encounter them every day. Then you've got all sorts of shades and variations in between. Okay, so let's understand that first and foremost. So the most delusional fan bases in college football are who? Everyone. They're all delusional. They all have reasonable, logical, smart fans. They all have delusional, stupid, ridiculous, uninformed, moronic fans. And then everything in between. You cannot say that this particular fan base is delusional, this one is reasonable, this one is likable. That is just not the case. Every fan base has variations of all those different categories. However, I will make this distinction. The most annoying fan bases in college football or in any sport are who? The most annoying fan bases come from the teams that win the most. They have the most to be annoying about. They have the most to brag about. I don't come across many annoying Purdue, Kansas State, Stanford, Wake Forest fans. They've got nothing to brag about. The fan bases that have been successful, that have elite programs, that win historically and recently, they brag the most. Therefore, they are the most obnoxious and the most annoying. That is not inherent to those particular people. If suddenly their teams started losing year after year after year after year after year, they would have less to be annoying about. I'm sure that they would be annoying in the meantime because they would be so angry about starting to lose that they would be annoying in that way. However, it only makes sense that the most annoying fans are not annoying people in and of themselves, but it is portrayed as being annoying because they brag the most, because they've got the most to brag about. Just my thoughts on college football fan bases and the poll that we just consumed. Would love to get your take down below. If you believe otherwise, if you believe that there's a particular fan base out there that is the most annoying, and you can somehow back that up, I would be shocked and amazed if it wasn't A, one of the elite programs, or B, your rival. Comments, questions are welcome. Please like and subscribe right here at the Voice of College Football.